Do you think it's people are more closed-minded to the ideas than anything outside the norm? Anything like that, levitation, is nonsense. So it's like it's permeated our zeitgeist.
Yes. It also, I believe that it can act as a block for other people. So so you haven't asked yet, why as a scientist who worked at Princeton and Bell Labs, and why am I writing about magic? It's because of a couple of experiences that told me that our understanding of psychic effects now is like in a box. We generally do experiments, we get relatively small effects. They're not gigantic effects, they're not levitation. Well, maybe it's the same thing. Somebody can make a random number generator do something. You need statistics to see it. They're really small, but we don't know the limits. So I've had a few experiences that told me I really don't know what the limits are. And so that brings up this. So bending a bowl of a spoon without force, which I did. And so I brought you a spoon. This is the same spoon it's from 1961. It's this particular. So I set up this. I went to a so-called spoon bending party because
you bent that spoon with your brain or your mind?
Well,
or your consciousness or whatever it is? Something?
I mentally did something, but I'll show you in a minute how we did this. So the reason I did this because I was at Interval, and at the time Russ Targ was working for me, and Ed May too. And Russ came back from one of these parties, and he said he had bent a rebar, a half-inch rebar, which some muscle men can do that, but you have to be pretty strong to bend a rebar and have it stay there. So I was thinking that is ridiculous. I didn't say that, but I was thinking that's impossible. And the same thing about this. If you bend the neck of a spoon, which is what typically people do, a person can do that just and it's gone so fast that you can't see it, and then you hide it and you reveal it and it looks like you bent it. So I went to one of these parties and I heard that there was a woman there who was able to bend the bowl of the spoon just by touching it. Not by itself, but sort of touching it and moving it over. And I said, I want to see that because it's ridiculous. So I'm standing in front of this woman, and she's holding it like this. She has a thumb there and a finger here. And so I'm waiting for her to do it, and I'm mimicking her because I want to see how she's doing it. Is it a trick? So we're doing that, and nothing is happening. And then somebody says, look what you did. And I'm looking, oh, somebody did something? No, Dean, look what you did. I had bent it 90 degrees. And I immediately look at my fingers. Did I do this by force? No indication, no indentation or anything. And so the person said, bend it all the way. So it was halfway, and I literally went and went all the way. So now I have this spoon, and I'm sort of mind-boggled by it because I know it wasn't force. I'm not strong enough to be able to do that. Very few people would be able to do it. So I have another spoon, just like it, and I'm on the plane flying home, and I'm trying to do it with the spoon, and I suddenly get a huge shock of fear because I'm in a metal tin can 30,000 feet up, and I don't know how I did it, and I don't want the wings to suddenly go because I'm
right.
I still don't know exactly how, but I know the metallurgy now. So it turns out that if you're holding it like that, and you can do between 50 and 70 pounds of force suddenly, like an impulse, you will cause the lattice that forms the grain boundary to momentarily soften. And then for about 20 seconds, it will be really, really soft. And and at that point, you can literally just take a thumb and finger like this, which is what I did, and squish it over, instantly tightens up again.
But there's no explanation for what caused the initial force.
No, because I was holding it like this, and I can't do it.
Can you do that now?
No, I don't know how I did it. I do know, however.
Is that the actual spoon you did it with?
Yeah, this is the spoon.
Can I feel it? So this is a regular spoon.
Yeah. I want to show you.
It's pretty easy to bend.
I want to show you this other part here. This is the motivation. So I was told, well, more importantly than that is to take the full spoon that you have, because this is what I was working on.
Right, this one was already weakened, right?
No.
But I mean now it is.
No, that is the way it is. It's a little spongy, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that, I just did that.
Yeah, you're applying.
Straightened it out.
Yeah. And you have to apply a lot of force to do it.
A lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to really strain.
Yeah.
And I have fat thumbs. But once it's like that, I can kind of do that pretty
Yeah.
easy.
Well, now, of course, you
it's
smoothed
weak.
it out. So now try to do it without it being in that position.
With just one finger, one
No,
hand.
no, just
Like this?
like this. Hold it like that. Hold thumb underneath, finger on
this?
top. Yeah, and bend it down.
No,
Not
it's
the
bending
neck.
It's,
Yeah.
No, it's bending the neck. Yeah.
The shell shape resists bending.
It's very hard to bend.
Yeah. And more importantly, don't hurt your fingers on this.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, I might be able to do it if it was more stable, but it's very hard to do. It's not something that's
Yeah,
easy at all.
with leverage, certainly you can do
Yeah.
it. But there
Like if
was
it
there
in a
was no,
clamp, maybe I could do it.
oh yeah,
But I mean, I would want to use both hands. I'd want to like get in there.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
but
palm.
that's
no.
not what
But
happens.
to do it with a finger, that's very hard to do.
Yeah.
And you don't know how you did it.
Well, so I was in a very weird state of motivation because we were told that if you could do that without force, that you would get this button.
Certified warm former.
Yeah. So that is called warm forming because you're forming this as though it became warm because it feels
Right.
like putty when it actually
That's
works.
what I had heard that people do with like the necks of them.
Oh yeah, no, the neck. I wasn't interested in the neck.
I've
The
seen
way-
a guy do that, and he told me it was a trick.
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm not going to tell you how I do it,
No,
but I'm not using magic.
You
It's
could
a
just
trick."
you could just do it.
No,
I mean,
he
it-
said he was like doing something like rubbing it with his fingers, and it would like
No.
it was a specific type of spoon or something. Like
but even with this spoon, I mean, you're certainly strong enough to be able to push it over
Yeah.
at the neck. The shell shape is very difficult.
yeah,
to
I
move.
can't do it.
So I was told if
Oh, I
could-
did it. But look, I had to use both hands.
Yeah, and you apply leverage, and you're going to feel it tomorrow in your fingers too.
Nah, I'll be all right. But yeah, this is that's very hard to do.